Flosstube. Flosstube number 121. Hello everybody. Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here. Coming back at you now with my regular Flosstube. You know, it's been fun being with you every day for my holiday gift extravaganza. So I got to change gears a little bit to get back into Flosstube work. Sorry about that. Just had to clear my head a little bit with a sneeze. Maybe that'll help. So, got today's holiday gift extravaganza uploaded, and it is now 11:25 a.m. on December 4th. It's made it up to 48 degrees from the 34 that it was first thing this morning, and 37, I think, when I was recording my my holiday gift extravaganza. So, yeah. Time to turn the heat off and open some windows almost. All right, you guys doing good? You happy to be here? I am happy that you are here. As always, you make my day with your comments and your love, and I do appreciate it. Lots of stitching happening. I was so excited to get to December to start working on all my Christmas things, because we are now in the month of stitch all the Christmas and stitch all the winter, right? So I have lots of starts to show you, progress on some whips, plans for the new year. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. But first, I have a finish. Now, I did show this on my holiday gift extravaganza first video, I think. I don't know that all of you are watching that, so I wanted to make sure and show that again here. Star Center quilt, and I haven't gotten around to get a picture of it yet, simply because by the time I want to get outside and get a picture, I like taking my pictures outside in the natural light. By the time I want to get outside and get a picture in the later light of the afternoon, which is better for picture taking, the wind has really picked up. Like right now it's not too windy, but by the afternoons the winds really pick up. And it's been chilly here this week, so it's not like heating things up and creating wind, which happens a lot. Anyway, haven't gotten pictures yet to put on social media. Also, I've just been so busy with the holiday gift extravaganza, I just haven't had time to think about it. But it is done. And oh, it is so pretty. I love it. I love this. Jeanette Douglas's Star Center quilt, stitched on the called for count, 36 count, with, it is not the called for fabric. This is the mystery fabric, mystery linen from Vicki Clayton. It is the called for flosses though, the floss pack that I got when I bought the pattern. Now, I had said in my last video when I showed this, was I was coming up on the finish, that I was going to take this. This was going to be the first one that I take to Stitches from the Heart to get framed. Of course, Stitches from the Heart is closing. I am so bummed by this news. I'm here at a place that has a stellar cross-stitch store, full service, framing, lots of the threads that I need for my designs and my projects. And they're closing. Now, Tinsmith's Wife is another option. They're about another, like, Stitches from the Heart is about 20 minutes from me. I think Tinsmith's Wife is probably about 50 minutes. So it's another chunk of distance away. I do not know if they frame. I haven't heard that they do any framing. I need to ask the ladies here at the store here if they know of a good alternative for framing cross stitch, because yeah, I'm so bummed, so bummed. But anyways, that is done and I am thrilled with it. All right, other stitching this week, and I guess I didn't really give you any life update because there really isn't any life update to give. Not a whole lot happening except the holiday gift exchange or the gift extravaganza in my life. I did finish, hold on, let's get you over here. I did finish the Prem Stitch series number 5 piece. That's the flower in the middle. Really, really happy with that. So I'm working on the little border before I start number 6. So yeah, totally happy with how this is coming out. I just realized I don't have the overhead light on, so I'm getting some harsh shadows on this. So, hold on. Not sure that really makes all that much difference. No, but yeah. All right, so that is, you know, my everyday hour a day project. Now, la vie est belle. Got lots of attention up to December 1st. I wanted to get as much done on this as I could. This will get picked up back up in January and hopefully get finished relatively quickly. You can see I have the bird done for the most part. I have to put the beak on yet. And then otherwise it's just the flowers, the rest of the flowers in the pot around the bird. I'll pull up the picture here in a second. I love this. I think this is just, everything about it is just gorgeous. Stitches from the Heart is the designer, as you know. I think all of her colors, her color choices are gorgeous. This is not either the called for color or the called for fabric. This is actually the same fabric that I'm using in, no, it's not either. It's Vicky Clayton fabric, but this is a piece of the fabric that I got from Clara Arellano, that she gifted to me. Let me see. I have to pull it back up here. I closed it out because Christmas and winter stitching started. So this fabric is a little bit darker than the called for, but that's okay. So there's the full pattern. And like I said, I'm using a couple of the colors are the called for, but some of them are not the called for, just what I could find that I had that was close. And I am thrilled, thrilled, thrilled with how this is looking. I will probably finish this as a pillow as she has. But yeah, love this. All right, so that's enough oohing and awing over that one. All right, a couple of Christmas whips that I pulled out. This one is Home for Christmas. This is Paulette Stewart, Plum Street Samplers. This was a kit, exclusive kit for Dying to Stitch for one of their clubs from 2019 maybe. I got the, wasn't a member of the club. I got the kit off of somebody selling it on Stash Unload. So I had pretty much what you see done here before I picked it up again. Over the past couple days, just working on it an hour here and an hour there. I got the window frames done in here and got the white done on the roof that you see there. There is a lot of stitching. This is kind of like, oh, it's a small, but it's not really, because there's a lot of stitching. Of course, the house is mostly done, so I'll have to fill in the windows. But then this band up here and this band down here, that's a lot of stitching. And then I have the other vase to do and the pomegranates on the other side of the house. So but this is one of my kind of hour a day ones for the Christmas season. I'm not considering that a large one. The other one that's a small for me is the Drawn Thread Little Bits of Christmas. Now, I have to apologize because I apparently have lost the rest of this pattern. I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. It's probably in a bag somewhere. But yeah, I can't show you what I'm really stitching. This is the only real picture that I have of what I, besides the chart, of what I have with me. So I'm one of the pieces that they show is a 9 square of all the different little squares together. And so I have the top row done, except for poor Santa's face. This face is done in DMC, so I just have to pull that out now that I'm reunited with my DMC and finish up his face. But you can see I have the first row of little motifs done. The second row I am going to make all the words. So love, peace, and joy. And then the bottom row is, I can't show you because all I have is the chart for that. Oh, it looks like a cardinal, another house, and some stockings. So that'll be really cute. And I do have, like, I have the DMC, the DMC colors that I need, but I don't even have the color key. So I don't know. I mean, I can probably guess which colors go where for Santa's face, but if there's many of the other colors, like for the most part, it's the same, what, 3 or 4 colors used in the small motifs. And I'm thinking that's going to be the same for the other ones that I still have to do. But if it's anything else, I'll just be guessing where they go. Or I can search. It might be in the bag with all the other Christmas stuff that I had worked on in Christmas in July. I just have to look. I haven't looked yet. Okay, so other Christmas ones that are new starts. Again, you know, I adore what I'm seeing from Stitches from the Heart. And the one that she just came out with for winter immediately called my name, and I had to get it. And that is my new start here. Let me see if there's a better picture of this. No, there isn't. So this is called Winter is Coming. It is a mini Quaker. She's doing seasonal Quakers, you know, the same size for each of the seasons. I think she just has autumn done up till now. So this is winter. I started over on the right. Let me, come here, make that a little bigger for you. I started with those motifs over on the right. Again, my fabric is much darker. This is a mystery linen that I pulled out of my stash. I think this was gifted to me by somebody. And I'm having a hard time not keeping stuff from flopping down today. I am loving how the colors look on this linen. I think it is so rich. These are, I think these are all the called for colors. I think because I loved them so much when I was at Stitches from the Heart a couple visits ago, maybe when I met Kimberly Jolly there, I got these. And I just think this is scrumptious. But it's funny how, like, a lot of my patterns are being done now on, or my designs are like on darker fabrics. I feel like, you know, if anybody ever did a study of my work, they'd be like, this is Jan's dark period. All right, next. So do you remember in the last video, I had said at one point that, oh, I have a bunch of new PDFs to show you when I'm showing you my stash. And then I totally forgot to show you the PDFs. Yeah, well, this is one of them, my next new start. I fell in love with a couple from Not Forgotten Farm. Again, just perusing Etsy and getting into trouble. So this is one of them. This is called Basket of Cheer. Not my usual style, right? Sorry for the glare. There we go. Not my usual style. This is much more prim than my usual style. But I fell in love with that one and this one. There we go. Merriest Yuletide and Basket of Cheer. And I will link these below. I would like to start this one as well, but I did start Basket of Cheer. This is a 36 count R&R Reproductions called Star Hollow. This was also a gift to me. So what I have done so far is just a little bit, just the start of the tree in the center and the very start of the basket. This got a couple hours. So this is another small that will get an hour here and there. My plan is, as I get like all of these started that I want to start, is to then have ones that are like the big one of the day or the big one for 3 days, and then a small one. I'm not going to try and work on all of these 1 hour a day ones every day, because there's not enough hours in the day, right? So the other one I started is the one from My Fanny called Hello Snow. The pink house one. Actually, it's not a pink house, it's a white house with pink windows. So that one, you remember that one? This is the one that I am doing on the fabric that was marble dyed by Mommy Loves You GB. Now, one of you asked me last week when I showed this fabric, and you know, I was wondering how it was going to work out with all this color swirling around, but there's enough full coverage that I think this is going to be gorgeous. And then there's a bunch of snowflakes around, but I think there's enough stitching that the snowflakes won't get lost. But anyways, I am loving this so far. One of you asked last week for her Etsy shop, who it was in her Etsy shop, and I went and checked out her Etsy shop. It is Mama Loves You GB, and she does have a Flosstube channel. She just started doing Flosstube maybe a month ago. She's the one that did the episode on walnut dyeing, walnut crystal dyeing, if you remember me talking about that. Anyways, she does not currently have anything in her Etsy shop, so she is not currently doing any fabric dyeing. But I think this is going to be super cute. This is a 28 8-count Lugana or Jovelin. I am doing 2 strands over 2 threads on this one. Now, a couple things before I move on. I am storing this in my new project bag from Leslie Hurley. Fat Cat Flossing here on Flosstube and Instagram. If you don't know Leslie, if you don't watch her, you really should. She is the one who breeds Burman kitties and shows her little litters of kittens that I absolutely adore watching. She kind of every week or so posts a new video kind of to show their development. She has a litter of 5 or 6 now that, oh my God, they're so adorable. But anyways, she knows that I have cats too, and I love cats. And so she made me this project bag and gave it to me when we got together. It's Stitches from the Heart last Saturday. Again, thank you, Leslie. And I have to say, I didn't really, my brain wasn't working well enough to talk to you and take in what I was seeing on the bag. So when I got home and got it out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. So you have the cats that are kind of colored according to what the coffee is. So cold brew, you have the cat down in the cup. Is that a macchiato? So it's a kind of a cream and tan cat. Americano, a darker cat. Coffee to go, cat in the cup. I mean, these are just adorable. So thank you, Leslie. So that's where my my Fanny Pink Houses project is going. Now this project does use some metallic floss, which you can see in the window frames. And this little snowflake here, there's some more on the house. It calls for the DMC new diamond thread. I've been wanting to try this, so I was really pleased to get this. I was able to get this from 123 Stitch. Not every place carries this yet, so this is what the spool looks like. It's a good size spool. I think it's like 32 yards, 30. Let me put my glasses on and actually give you accurate information. What a concept. 38.2 yards. So they say that one strand of this is meant to be used all together. One strand of this is equivalent to 2 strands of DMC, which is fine for what I'm working on. The thing I find interesting is it's actually, you can see that there's 3 plies in this strand, and they are 3 plies that come apart fairly easily. So I am thinking that if I need to use this on 36 count, 40 count, that I think it'll be fairly easy. Maybe not as we normally do to pull out one strand, but I think it'll be fairly easy to pull out one strand and use just one of these plies on the higher counts of fabric. I am liking working with this. I have not had the same issues that you usually have with other metallic floss, in that it twists or it kinks up or it comes kind of separated. It starts to separate. I am using it like other metallic floss in that I don't put the strand a long way through the eye of the needle. I just thread the needle about an inch in on the strand of this, so like about there, and have my needle sitting there so that I'm not moving my needle up and down along the strand as I'm stitching. I am still using fairly short, probably 12-inch, 12 to 14-inch strands, I would say. So relatively smaller strands. But I think it is much better than many of the other metallics, certainly better than Krynic. It has been a while since I've used Petite Treasure braid, so I'm not going to say, I know a lot of people like Petite Treasure braid as an alternative to Krynic. I haven't used it recently enough to say that it's a lot better, but I just know I've really liked, and I think I've done enough with it at this point to give a pretty good opinion that it is a good metallic to use for those that get frustrated with metallic. They do have several different colors. So yeah, I would recommend giving them a try. I don't remember how much the spool cost for 38 yards, but yeah, probably $3 or $4. I don't really remember. Okay, I think no, let me go check my notes to see. I don't have a whole lot of notes for today's video because I've been doing so many notes for the holiday gift extravaganza. This kind of got left behind. All right, we are going to switch over now to the store, the Etsy store portion of the video known as Let's Go Shopping. So today's store is called Counting the Stars, and it is a little bit different, probably not too different from last week's video or last week's store, but again, very colorful and very fun, and I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so today's store is one called Counting the Stars. This is a designer in Oakham, the UK. They've been on Etsy since 2020, so not very long, but they do have 364 sales. See if there's anything in the about section. Nope, just downloads and payments and all that. So these are, from what I have seen, are all PDFs, so digital downloads again, which I know I like, and some of you have said you do appreciate, especially when you're not here in the US and you don't have access to a lot of the paper patterns. I'm going to go down here, and I'd like to change the sort to, you see I have a variety of choices here. I like to change it to most recent, just so I can, well, see what her most recent stuff is. These are different from what we've seen before for the most part. Lots of color, right up my alley. Right to begin with, I'm looking at these alphabets, and she does have, let me go back up here where you have kind of a, she has categories of her patterns. I'm going to tap on the alphabet one. I think these are awesome. Just, of course, I'm going to click on the J, and what a funky J. Look how cool that is. I mean, right up my alley, right? Full coverage. Although the white wouldn't, the white sections, well, I guess they are because the background is a cream, a tan. Quilty, colorful, just so fun. Let's see what size we have here. Mandala letter J cross stitch, only $2.46, so the prices are very reasonable. Size 40 by 120, so that's not bad for stitch count. I could totally see doing that. Maybe doing JMH. Love, love, love that idea. You can see they're all basically the same layout of the designs on the letters, but that's okay. I think there's still enough variety. I could even see flipping, like for more variety, flipping the H around, just so it has a little bit different of an orientation. I'm not seeing the M. Oh, there it is up there. Yeah, so I think those are very cool. But anyways, the other one that caught my eye immediately was this Hello Summer. How fun is that? Flamingo, lots of pretty pink flowers. I think that's so pretty. $4.57, so again, really reasonably priced. Get a close-up of the flamingo there. Looks like nice patterns, or nice, you know, charted designs. Now, she does have a lot of mandalas, and, oh, holy cow, these might make my heart go pitter-pat. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, wow. I would love to stitch that. That is just stunning. Shannon Christine has a really pretty mandala as well. Of course, I'm looking at all the ones with the turquoise. Sorry, not sorry. Let's see. I could look at that mandala. I do already have started a mandala from X Stitch Collectibles, the same people that do the bookmarks, and that reminds me I haven't looked at the December bookmark yet. I will need to do that. So yeah, I have a mandala, full coverage mandala started from them, which you will see in my whip parade. I have like that much done. Isn't that pretty? Very nice wintry scene. So you can see this person likes color as much as I do. Look at this one. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. No new starts, Jan. No new starts unless I start it in the next month. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. What size is that? And again, $3.15. Her prices are incredible. Oh, here it is stitched. Look how pretty. Oh, scrumptious. Let's see. This is 194 by 194. So yeah, it's a bigger one. Only 28 colors though. Oh, that is gorgeous. Someday I have it hearted already, favorited. Look at this fun one. Speaking of birds on a Christmas tree. Isn't that fun? And of course, colorful. And on the black fabric, it really stands out, doesn't it? I really like these daisies too. And again, you know, it's not like there's anything outstanding about it, just pretty colors. I mean, outstanding in that, I don't know what I'm saying. I like it. What can I say? She does a really great job with these full coverage. That's not really a full coverage. It's more like a repeating pattern. I just think it's the colors. You know me. It's the colors. What can I say? Look, in Hawaii, trade winds to become breezy this afternoon. Yes, I still have my Hawaii notifications coming in. So there's a couple more I want to show you. Again, look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. That could keep me happy. I love these bright, happy ones. Look at that. This is very, kind of like the hex signs on Amish barns, Pennsylvania Dutch farms. It has that kind of graphic look, although much brighter colors, of course. I think that is beautiful. So happy. So she had that Hello Summer one. Here's a Hello Winter one along the same lines. I love that too. Of course, all the blues, right? Oh, so pretty. I need to be favoriting these. I have that one favorited. I don't have that one favorited though. And this. Oh. So this is basically the same type of patterns that she used in the letters. But this is just as a solid block, kind of a compilation of a bunch of different mandalas. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, not enough hours in the day for all the stitching I want to do. Same kind of idea here. Same kind of idea here. Oh, look at this one with the succulents. Isn't that pretty? Whoops, sorry about that, guys. And look at this house one. That is different. Now, I'm not sure I like it as much close up as I did far away. But I think that's kind of cool. I don't know whether I think it's cool enough to want to stitch it though. Yeah, I like it further away better. We'll put a little heart on it. Why not? Why not? Happy owls. This is kind of the same idea as the previous one, only kind of more muted colors. Oh, the Eiffel Tower. Look how pretty that is. Kind of like that bee one too. I don't know that I'd stitch it. It would be interesting on different color fabric. I did put a heart on it though. When I first looked at this website, again, gorgeous mandalas. Kind of a more graphic look for the nativity scene and for Santa over here. I think that's that same one, only, you know, that's bigger up above that I liked, only like 4 separate smaller ones. Oh, I could have a field day with these patterns. That reminds me of the teal one that I'm doing already. Oh, look at the flowers, how pretty. Again, you can kind of see a designer's progression. Different things they're trying. Kind of like this geometric one over here too. I would change the colors a bit, I think. But it does have kind of that retro feel to it. That's kind of fun. But yeah, you can see where designers started and how they kind of change up their style. Look at that mandala. Full coverage, only not like a square one. Oh, so pretty. She has a lot of designs for not being on here very long. And get into all the alphabet. She started with full coverage ones and kind of developed from there. So I hope you like that one. That is Counting the Stars. And of course I will be putting the link for this below. All right, back to our regular channel. I hope you enjoyed that. You can see why I loved it, right? So many colorful projects in the mandalas. I haven't bought any yet. I don't even know if I'm going to go up to Stitches from the Heart and take advantage of their going out of business sale. Because again, no new starts 2021, right? Although having said that, I have been thinking over the past couple days, they do have some very Texas-centric patterns, bluebonnets and San Antonio and Fiesta, that I've kind of been holding off getting because thinking, well, I'll wait till I've lived here a little bit longer before I buy any. Yeah, so I think I do want to go up and get a couple of those, but I need to put blinders on because I don't need anything else, she says now. So yeah, I haven't bought anything from that Etsy store yet either. At least those I can pretty much be assured that they're going to stick around as long as the Etsy store doesn't close. Yeah, there's more out there, right? All right, guys. So that was the Let's Go Shopping haul. Let's do haul, and I want to go back and show you the PDFs that I got. And the main thing is to share with you, besides those two from Not Forgotten Farm, I wanted to share with you, I heard from Stitches from the Heart. And as a thank you for showcasing her store on my video, and of course, she got a lot of sales through that, of course, she gifted me with 3 of her patterns of my choice. So, oh, I also wanted to say I haven't had a chance yet to start the On an Enchanted Evening pattern yet. That will probably get started tonight. I also have a Christmas Madame LaFay pattern coming, so that will get started here at some point as well. I know. This is what happens when you say no new starts 2021. You go kind of crazy in December. Anyways, let me see. So the free ones that I got from Stitches from the Heart are Winterland. Now, this is the one, if you remember, that I said she used Whisper on the woman's sweater. And I thought that was just so pretty and so clever. So that is one of the PDFs that she gifted me. Again, Winterland. Live Simply. And I was thrilled to get this, not only because, like I said, when I showed this pattern, when we looked at her store, this is so appropriate for how Mike and I really do try to live. But also, as I was reading more on this is all over one. This is so gorgeous. And of course, it has sheep. And then the last one is a house is. A house is made of wood and stone, but only love can make it a home. It was a toss-up between this one and the one about peonies, peony season, which I also love. I decided to go for this one first. So, many thanks again, Lana, for gifting those to me. I don't know whether she watches, but if she does, I appreciate your generosity, and I was more than happy to show off your gorgeous patterns, and I'm even happier to stitch them. I wanted to show you this one. I will hopefully remember to link it below. Joyeux Noël by Susan H. I don't know how you say her last name. This is just one part of it. This is a free pattern she put out. It's this gorgeous, and I don't have a picture of the full one. It's this gorgeous Quaker Christmas thing. Let's see if I can get all the pieces to kind of show here so you can get a feel for it. I'm looking at it in Goodreader. When I get PDFs that do not work in Pattern Keeper, I just put them in Goodreader now. It's easier. So that is that pattern, and like I said, I will link it below. It's on, if I remember correctly, it's on her blog. So that is that. I think that is all the PDFs to share with you. Okay. So as you know, I did get all my floss. And I've spent a few days here, just it went so fast, I don't even think it was days, and maybe an hour, getting them all put into my bags here. I still have one more. I had to order another set of these bags because I have just the very last portion of the floss. One more bag is what I need to get all of it in there. As I expected, I needed 9 of these. And yes, I know that seems like a lot. You're going to say, well, Jan, you needed to save space, blah, blah, blah. What's all this about? Because 9 of those are going to take up space. Yes, they are. But considering they are perfect, I mean, it's more than what you would need for bobbins, right? I don't want to bobbinate. I've mentioned that before. But also, as I've mentioned before, I have so much floss. So let me find one of the bags that is stuffed full. Of course, there aren't any in here. How is that possible? All right, this is a somewhat good example, although this is even light. So this is color number 3772. See how many skeins I have in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is few compared to some of the bags that I have 8, 9, 10 skeins. So bobbinating, I mean, this way I can keep all of the floss together. Bobbinating just doesn't make sense for me. So yeah, I will have 9 of these. I'm going to have a crate underneath our bed. The bed lifts up. It's on a platform, and in an RV, most beds are on platforms, and you lift them up and there's more storage space under there. So I'm going to have a crate. You can see I've written I don't know whether you can see that very well, written the number range that's in there. All I had was a red Sharpie. I've also written the number range on the top. It's not showing up as well as I might like, so I may have to put some other kind of tags on it once I get it situated underneath the bed in the crate. And the crate is the size that these will be standing up like this, side by side in the crate. So it's the number on the top mostly that I need to worry about seeing. But that is, I think that's going to work perfectly for the floss bags and how I want to keep mine organized. All right, so now let's talk 2021. Oh wait, I forgot about this little pile. So I've gotten a lot of people sending me goodies to give away in my holiday extravaganza. Ooh. One of which was Christine King. She sent me a bunch of heartstring samplery patterns, as well as a complete kit of one of the Mirabilia mermaids. So it has the pattern, it has all the beads and all the DMC needed. So that is going to be part of the, that and some of the heartstring samplery are going to be part of the holiday gift extravaganza in a few days. But there were some of the heartstring samplery patterns I decided to keep. So thank you, Christine. So that is Forget Me Not, because how could I not keep a thing with blue flowers? All the pretty flowers live forever in my heart. I love this vase of flowers. This is so pretty. And I think I've seen Forget Me Not. That's not a very old one. I don't remember seeing all the pretty flowers. That is so pretty. And I don't remember seeing this one at all. What a Time to Be Alive. And maybe this is a new one. Oh, yep. Release date July 2020. What a Time to Be Alive. So this is an all-white pattern. And I think this is gorgeous. And yeah, a perfect sentiment for this time, right? That won't get started yet. No new starts 2021. Thank you, Christine, and thank you for being so generous with the other things. There's going to be a lot of people out there who benefit from your generosity, besides me. All right. Now, let me get this stuff over here. No new starts 2021. Right? And Christmas. So I showed you all the Christmas and winter starts. Like I said, I still have to start on an Enchanted Evening. And I still have the Madame LaFay one. It's the Winter Village one, and whether you're familiar with that, I love Madame LaFay. I have had a hard time deciding which one to get. I really wanted to get the one that's what is it? Padre Noel? The Santa one, the blue Santa one, but they were that pattern was sold out every place I looked for it. So I got the Winter Village one, which is also on a blue with whites. It's a village church scene. So pretty. That should be coming on Saturday from 123 Stitch. I don't have any fabric or anything picked for that, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it on a blue background, you know, like the pattern shows. New Year's Eve starts. So I showed you, let's see, the 1 Stitches Through the Heart. That is, where is it? Feed Your Soul. This one, Flowers Feed Your Soul. So that one I had all kitted up. I showed you last week with the DMC and the fabric I had chosen. I've actually decided I am going to start this on Christmas Day. I hadn't had a Christmas Day start planned. So I think that's what that is going to be. Although I could start Madame LaFay on Christmas Day. But no, I think I want to start that before that. So yeah, that'll be my Christmas Day start. Do you like this stream of consciousness I have going here? So, as you know, I did find my patterns as well at the storage unit. Midnight Garden is specifically the one I was hoping to find. I had gotten the Vicky Clayton silks that are used in this pattern. And this week I pulled out the fabric that I'm going to use. And it's this, it's a 40 count Tyco. And I believe, Teal, did you give this to me? I don't remember. So that is going to be, because it's midnight in the garden, it makes sense to start that on New Year's Eve, right? So that will be one of my New Year's Eve starts. And then, as I mentioned before, the Smith house. I did spend time when I was up there meeting Leslie this past weekend, getting all the rest of the silks that I needed for this. For the most part, the ones that I got, Dinky Dyes and Belle Soie, that I got at Stitches from the Heart are the called for. Now, Stitches from the Heart does not carry Gloriana, and Gloriana Tacna Gold is one of the main greens in here. So I pulled out an alternative, which is this by Water Lilies by Karen, called, because the Tacna Gold is kind of like a greenish, gold. I'm trying to find my little white. There it is. So this is the one that I found that was, I think, similar enough to it. So that will be for the main, and you needed two skeins of that one. You know, it's interesting. One of the reasons I wanted to go to Stitches from the Heart and check out all the fibers with my fabric was because I also wanted to check the model to see what that looked like, and especially limestone. I had mentioned before that I just wasn't sure about the colorway that I had, the dye lot. The sample, the model was gone. Now the model stitcher happened to be working that day, and I talked to her and she couldn't really remember. It's a little bit washed out in today's lighting. But anyways, she had taken the sample home with her, like just the day before. And I should have, well, I didn't. Why would I, right? But looking back, it's like, oh, that's why she took it home. They're closing. So I guess the owner had started to tell everybody, you know, you can start taking your samples home. So sad, so sad. But anyways, this is going to be my other New Year's Eve start. So then we have a cat who just jumped up on the table. Sasha, he's like, what's all this stuff doing on my table? I want to lay here. No, you're not laying here. You're not laying on my stitching. Last thing I need is you clawing my Star Center quilt. That would make me very sad. Do you want to come over here and say hi? Come here. Come here. Get your head up here. Sasha. He's going to lay right here. Now that I have to hold my iPad so that there's room for this big kitty. Huh. All right, you can sit there. Just don't knock the stand over with your butt. Okay, no new starts 2021. I know there are still those of you who doubt me. And I honestly don't know how long I will last, but I am going to give it the old college try, as the saying goes. My plan. Okay. So my plan is to do a different whip every week, and I'm going to have themes for one of the weeks of each month. I also plan on working on Farewell to Anger the first week of each month, because I really would like to see some good progress on that design, on that pattern this year. So Farewell to Anger, my full coverage project, right? Now I have cat fur up my nose. That will be the first week of every month. Then I'm going to, for the second and third weeks, I'm going to have 1 week be working on a whip that is closer to being finished. And then for the third week, I'm going to work on a whip that isn't that far along, so I can see progress on my other whips, so they will get closer to being finished. And then the fourth week, I'm going to do a whip that follows some kind of theme. And so January will be winter. So for January, my fourth week, I'm going to work on one of the ones from December that hopefully I'll feel like it's getting closer to be finished and I can get a good chunk done and get it maybe finished, depending on where we are with it, right? February, of course, the theme will be love. March is my birthday month, so birthday girl's choice, I guess. I have birthday written, so I'm not sure what I'll do for that, but because it's not like I'm working on a birthday project, right? April, spring or home or rain, one of those themes. May is spring. June will be summer. July will be patriotic. August will be camping. September, kind of back to school, back to work. And again, what does that mean? It may be just back to a project I want to work on. You know, we're kind of going to be very loose in our definitions here. October, fall. November, thankful. And December, back to Christmas. So we have some room to work with some of these definitions. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I have so many floral projects. It's like summer. Let's see. Peonies bloom in June. I'll work on my peony one, you know, that kind of thing. So I think I'm excited about it. I think that I stand a good chance of doing this. And mostly I'm excited about it. You know, my friend Anne asked me if I have any goals as far as finishing is concerned. And I don't really. Of course, I hope to finish things. Like, I think the project I'm going to do in January for the one that's almost finished, or that is closer to being finished, because I don't know that there's any of them that I can say are almost finished, is Bayou Cat. And yeah, so I hope to get it finished. Now it's just being worked on in a week, but I can get a lot of stitching done in a week, depending on what's going on with that week. Especially since I'll still have my design stitches that I'll be working on, you know, that kind of stuff. And of course, February is when Serendipity starts as well. So I'll be starting that one in February. But I will be doing the whip parade. I won't do it until after my holiday gift extravaganza is done. And I think the last day for that, let's see. The last day for that is December 13th. So it won't be till after that is done that I then go to the storage unit and get out my whips and kind of get them organized. So probably the next week after that, I'll be ready to actually do the video. But part of the reason that I need to do that is because I need to look at, you know, I don't remember where I am on pretty much any of them, except the more recent ones that I've done. So I need to kind of organize them by, this one has a long way to go. This one's closer to being done. This is a small kind of thing, because that also, smalls will also play into, you know, my hour a day ones will also change and rotate through the year. Possibly with the theme of the month, possibly not. I don't know. But I need to organize them so I have a clue of which ones are closer to being done and which ones aren't, and which ones fit which theme. So hopefully as I go through my whip parade, I can start doing that. All right, I think that's it. Go back to my notes such as they are. Yep, that's the end of my Flosstube 121 notes. So I guess I'm done, except He Is Risen isn't exactly the right theme for this time of year, but I thought the words on the back were good. May your guardian angel watch over you, give you courage, and protect you every day. We all need guardian angels. You know, my mother died very young. She was 54 when she died. So she never got to see her grandchildren. They didn't come along for, well, she died actually 2.5 weeks after I married my first husband, who is the boy's father. And so they didn't come along for a couple years after that, right? I always considered my mother their guardian angel. And so, yeah, I believe in guardian angels, and I think in today's world, The idea of somebody watching over us and protecting us is a good one to have. I love you guys. I know it's been a hard year. I hope you are finding some joy in your stitching or whatever craft you're doing. I hope that you can find some peace this holiday season, even with as difficult as it is and as it's going to be. Here's to a brighter 2021, right? Here's to a vaccine that is efficacious, that does what we need it to do so we can get back out into the world and start hugging again. In the meantime, I'm sending you virtual hugs. Know that I love you. Know that I'm thinking of you. I will see you tomorrow on my holiday gift extravaganza, day 9. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.